Welcome back to Burgundy Bets. Today we are going to talk about the double stack options we're going to attack and use to win our fantasy leagues. Now, what's a double stack? Double stack is when you have a quarterback from one team and two skill position players from the same team. How this works is you're going to get points from the quarterback and the receiver anytime they connect. Now, that's called hitting it from the front and hitting it from the back. Now, let's get into it and see which teams we're going to attack for the double stacks in our fantasy leagues. As you see, I have the Carolina Panthers depth chart pulled up. This is a very interesting double stack. Obviously, you're going to need the first overall pick to pull this off. And with that first pick, you're going to have Christian McCaffrey. And you probably feel pretty good about your team. But now you're going to feel even better. What we're going to do here is Christian in the first, any player you want in the second, any player you want in the third. You come back in that fourth round where Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore have their average ADP being drafted in the fourth. Then you grab Sam Darnold in somewhere between that 7, 8, 9, 10th round. This is going to give you a lot of flexibility in your second and third round, and you still have a great stack. I prefer Robbie Anderson over DJ Moore. I do have him slightly above in my rankings than DJ, simply because he played with Sam Darnold for those 4 years in New York. They have team chemistry. They know where each other are and what they're thinking. Next up, you see we have the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers double stack will obviously be Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and Keenan Allen. You're going to want to pick somewhere between the 8th, 9th, and 10th pick in the first round to pull this stack off. In the first round, you're going to take Austin Eckler. The second round, you'll come back, grab Keenan Allen on the 1-2 turn. Then anyone you want in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, go ahead, grab yourself Justin Herbert in the 6th. This is an awesome stack just to the fact that Austin Eckler is such a weapon and he will correlate with Justin Herbert a ton in the red zone on all passing plays, and Keenan Allen is a stud. A lot of flexibility here with this double stack, with rounds 3, 4, and 5 open to anyone you would like to take, and you have yourself a great stack with a team that correlates very well with these three players and will score a ton of points. Very strong double stack. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs double stack would be the most dangerous and best double stack to get. This is also going to be the hardest double stack to pull off. The only way you're going to be able to pull this double stack off is if you're picking at the end of the first round and Tyreek Hill's still available and Travis Kelce has not gone in the first. I see Travis Kelce going on the first in a lot of drafts, but if you're there at the end of the first, you can grab Tyreek Hill on the 1-2 turn, grab Travis Kelce. Now, if that wasn't hard enough, the last part's going to be the hardest. You have to get Patrick Mahomes in the third round. The problem here is anyone who saw what you did in the first and second round is not going to let you draft Mahomes in the third. You're going to be picking at the end of the third, and they're going to go out of their way to draft Mahomes. Now, for any reason they don't, and you get him, you don't botch the rest of your draft, and your team stay healthy, congratulations, you won your draft, mostly because of the rest of the guys that let you grab Mahomes in the third and build this double stack obviously have no idea what they're doing. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers double stack. This, similar to the Chiefs double stack, is going to be tough to pull off. You're going to have to be somewhere at the end of the first round, 9th, 10th pick. Here, you would take Devontae Adams in the first, come back, grab Aaron Jones, and then third, take whoever you want, come back in the fourth, make sure you grab Rodgers, and you secure this. Once again, you're going to need to pick somewhere at the end of that first round to make this happen. But this team was electric. If anyone who had Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams stacked last year, you probably won your league. They went absolutely bananas, and Devontae Adams did miss 3 games last year. Everyone's coming back. The band's reunited. Should be a ton of points scored out there in Lambeau. Excellent double stack. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks double stack. This double stack would be Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, and Chris Carson. What's really cool about this double stack is you do not need to use a first round pick. Go ahead, select whoever you would like in the first round, come back in the second, grab yourself DK Metcalf, and then you're going to have to use that third on Chris Carson, where his ADP is. You're probably not going to get him in the fourth. Come back, pick up yourself Danger Russ Wilson, somewhere in that 5th to 6th round. Lots of flexibility here, great way to build your team. Seattle should score a ton of points. DK Metcalf is an absolute freak, and Chris Carson is involved on the passing plays. He will correlate with Russell Wilson as well. Next up, we have absolutely my most favorite double stack that I will be targeting in many drafts. This is my favorite double stack. It consists of Matthew Stafford, Robert Woods, and Cooper Kupp. Now, why is this my favorite? So much flexibility here. You can use anyone you want in your first and second round picks. You're going to come back in the third, grab Robert Woods, come back in the fourth, grab Cooper Kupp, grab yourself Matthew Stafford later on. This is absolutely fireworks, okay? This team is going to put up a ton of points. No more Cam Akers. I do believe they will trade for a running back, bring someone in. But that being said, Matthew Stafford is electric. He's going to have a huge year. He's tied for 5th, number 1 on FanDuel Sportsbook for MVP odds with Lamar Jackson. This team with Sean McVay is going to be absolutely ridiculous with Matthew Stafford at the helm, and so much flexibility here. First round pick, anyone you want. Second round pick, anyone you want. Come back with that 3rd and 4, grab your top 2 wide receivers, pair them with Stafford, an elite double stack. And just a great team you're going to have. You go ahead, you grab 2 top running backs, and then you grab your 2 Rams receivers, Stafford, grab a tight end in the 5th. Excellent, excellent double stack. My favorite that I will be attacking heavily this year. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles double stack. This double stack is going to consist of Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, and Devontae Smith. Now, once again, lots of flexibility here. Great way to build a double stack. You can go ahead and grab Miles Sanders in the 2nd round, come back, grab Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith somewhere in that 5th and 6th round, as their ADPs both suggest they will be off the board by the 7th round. So much fun here. Great way to build your team. 1st round open, 3rd round open, 4th round open. You're only using 3 of the top 6 selections to build this double stack. Jalen Hurts, he's going to put up numbers rushing on the ground. I have Miles Sanders projected out to be the number 12 running back at the end of the year. I think he's poised for a big year. You could go Jalen Reagor here, but I think we all know Devontae Smith is going to be the guy in Philly. This double stack could produce a lot of points for you, and it's going to be cheap. You're not investing too many high round picks into it. Great option here with the Philadelphia Eagles. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers double stack. Now, this double stack is a little expensive. If you go Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tom Brady, you're going to have to grab Evans in the 2nd round, and you're going to have to grab Godwin in the 3rd round. Obviously, pick up Brady in that 5th, 6th, 7th round range. Now, if that's a little too pricey for you, you can definitely sub out a Chris Godwin or a Mike Evans for an Antonio Brown or a Scotty Miller later on in the draft, but you are going to want to have at least Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. I would say just pay up, get them both. This team should score a ton of points. I do see them beating teams by double digits this year. Tom Brady will actually have a full offseason with this team now. Just fireworks out in Tampa. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans double stack. The Titans double stack is going to consist of Ryan Tannehill, A.J. Brown, and Julio Jones. Now, you could go ahead and insert Derrick Henry, remove one of those 2 wide receivers, but I don't feel Derrick Henry correlates with Ryan Tannehill as far as points for both players. We're going to go ahead and take A.J. Brown in the 2nd round. Going to have to grab Julio in the 3rd as he will not be available in the 4th. And then once again, your quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, go ahead and grab him in that 5th, 6th, 7th round range. This offense should run through Derrick Henry again, but I feel Tennessee knows why they gave up valuable draft picks for Julio. They're making a run at this thing. He's going to be involved. A.J. Brown's going to have a great year, and you do have the rushing upside with Ryan Tannehill. Now, this stack isn't the most expensive, as you do still have your 1st round draft pick, 4th round, and 5th round open to take. Great little double stack here from Tennessee. Next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings double stack. Now, the Vikings double stack is going to consist of Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen. Now, depending where you're drafting in your league, you may feel you want to insert Dalvin Cook and remove one of those 2 wide receivers. Just know, in the last 2 years, Dalvin Cook has had 97 receptions, and only one of them he has taken over the goal line to be a touchdown. What we're going to do here is grab Justin Jefferson in the 2nd round, Adam Thielen in the 3rd, which is going to give us our 1st, 4th, and 5th round picks to do whatever we like with. If for any reason Adam Thielen is not available in the 3rd, that's okay. Readjust your game plan. You grab Justin Jefferson in the 2nd round. Great wide receiver, great draft pick. That's a Minnesota Vikings stack. Not really my favorite, but it's an option if you wanted to go that way. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys double stack. Congratulations if you watched this far into the video, because this double stack has so much flexibility, it's not even funny. Zeke, Dak, Cooper, CD Lamb, Michael Gallup. It doesn't matter where you're drafting in your league. You can make this double stack work, and it's very easy. You can take Zeke in the 1st round. He does correlate with Zach, catches a ton of passes. You can take Amari Cooper or CD Lamb in that 2nd or 3rd round, or you can go ahead and grab Michael Gallup in that 6th or 7th round range. So much flexibility. This team should score a ton of points. Dak's going to be 100% ready for week 1. Just a great double stack. So much flexibility here. There you go. There's 11 different strategies you can use to attack double stacks for high upside this year. Now, if you're new to the channel, we talk about everything NFL related, whether that's season-long fantasy, DFS, over-unders, weekly spreads, NFL futures. If it's NFL related or we could possibly make some money on it, we're going to talk about it. If that seems like your type of thing, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button. I'm Ron Burgundy. See you next time.